Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back along to another episode of A Dairyman's Diary. My name is Will, as always, your humble host here. And you joined me this morning as we've just finished kind of feeding everything up around the yard here. We've just been putting a little bit of exercise in. We need to get this all a bit of a clean up here, but Greg will do that when he arrives later on. We're really starting to get to use our silage pit properly now. Really getting into the throes of it all, so that has been all covered up there. Yeah, we're getting into it now. We're feeding the cattle in the morning. They're still outside for the time being, so they're still getting most of the nutrients from the grass in the field. But it is getting a little bit cooler. I'm going to shut this down. We don't need to be in here today. It's, like I say, it's getting a little bit cooler out there. The temperature's dropping. It's getting darker at night. We are into the beginning of September now, so it's kind of to be expected. Now, what we're going to be doing, we're hopefully going to be getting back on with the spring barley harvest today. It's a little bit damp still. There's a lot of dew in the ground and in the grass there, so we can't really do too much with it just yet. What we are going to do this morning, we need to tidy everything up around the yard here because there's a lot of equipment lying around. And ideally we need to clear out this shed, move some of this equipment away, so that we can start to stack straw in here as it comes in thick and fast. Maybe get rid of a couple of these silage bales and silage trailers as well. And yeah, because I want to get this all sorted out, what we'd like to do is, I don't know, we might we'll definitely move the class baler, move some of this hay around here, because it's all kind of in different places at the moment, which is less than ideal, so that's what we need to think about doing. And yeah, we're going to get ourselves ticking along with that. The silage in the pit is actually looking really good. When we got this chopped up there, the old forager still was chopping it nice and fine, so it's fermented really well. Compaction wise, it's not compacted quite as well as I'd like. Maybe at the top here it's a little bit worse for wear. That means that it hasn't quite got an even airtight seal across the whole pit, which is something that ideally we'd like to avoid, but hey ho, it is what it is. We'll just have to keep kind of going and see what we can do. But yeah, other than that, it's not doing too badly at all. We can certainly make most of the cattle loving it. As I said there, we only feed them first thing in the morning just to kind of give them a bit of a supplemental nutrients really. Everything else they're getting from the grass outside. So what I think we'll do, we're going to take the round baler here. We might give this a bit of a wash down. And then we're going to stick it in the shed for the winter. Let's see, away we go. A pressure washer just around the corner here, so we'll give it a bit of a wash off, and then we're going to head up to the new shed of ours, start storing things up there out of the way really. I've already dropped off the big grain trailer, it's in the field waiting to go, so as soon as we can get back onto that tomorrow, well this afternoon really, we'll get that cut. That field, if it's dried out enough, shouldn't take us too long to do. May even get it baled actually. And then it's onto the wheat down by Dad's, so that'll be good to do. I think the wheat field down at Dad's is going to be ready a little bit earlier than the field that we have kind of to the west of us here. But we'll see. So for now then, what we're going to do is just drive ourselves up over to the new shed. The grass is really growing around here. I'm tempted to see if we can get another crop of hay off some of this. That'd be quite good if we can. And if we do manage to get that all in, then yeah, it's always a little bit of extra hay, which is always nice. We got a load of straw coming from the young chap who delivered the last load. It's going to come on low loader this time, so or at least a wagon trailer. So there's going to be a lot more of it arriving this time rather than just that one trailer. I think he had about, I don't know, 16 bales on, which is great for us to have them, but we can always do with more. But yeah, he's organising the logistics at that end, I think now, so it should be coming pretty quickly. Grass is growing a treat up here. It really is. So our shed up here is all but finished. We can start to really get to grips with this thing and use it properly. Oh, they've left the van there though, have they? It looks that way. Well, I'm still gonna put a few things in here anyway. Let's get these shed doors open. Perfect. So as you can see, nice big storage shed. What I am thinking of maybe doing at some point, if I need to, is get like a removable grain wall I can put along here, just so we've got like an extra storage space, or one side could be used for storing grain, one can be used for storing machines if we need to. I don't think that would be too bad an idea. go. So we've got a few different machines we want to get all hidden up out of the way. It just keeps them out of the elements, because yeah, we really start to struggle for storage space once we start to fill up the shed with hay and straw. So that's something we could always do with. Kind of benefiting from more with more is more, really. So the harrows can probably stay where they are for now. So yeah, we'll go and run a few more things backwards and forwards and see what we can do. Next task as well, whilst it's a little bit damp out, I stacked up the straw bales yesterday just to keep the moisture off them. I might start to cart those in once we've got a little bit of space, just to kind of keep everything separate and keep them under cover. It might as well just kind of keep ourselves busy whilst we wait. So we're going to get a few more things carted up there, and then we'll come back to you in just a short while when we're good to go. Okay then folks, so we've got a few different bits and pieces cleaned out here and moved around. What we're going to do now is shift the big Abbey tanker. This is going to go next to where the hay's stacked, so this whole shed can be straw. That's the correct thinking. And so yeah, by doing that, then we can just kind of keep everything separate. There is a little bit of straw in that first shed there. We might get to swapping that around sooner rather than later, to be honest. But yeah, so that's what we would like to do, and just kind of keeps everything under cover and tidied up. So I'm going to stick the tanker into here. A whole load of old straw that we need to tidy up at some point as well, get that kind of off the floor. Stick this one into here just like this. Excellent stuff. So for the most part I think we're pretty much done with these four to now. This is going to go back out into the field when we do start, and just stick this back under the old trailer there. Cleared a few, there's taking the plough up there, we've moved up the well, as we move up there, I moved up a silage trailer, the big rolls on the side there, so we could just park them massive against the shed wall out of the way. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff, just tidied up everywhere really. Back into the trusty telehandler. And we'll go and move some straw around, I think. We do really need to clear up this yard, there's a lot of silage and muck on the floor there. Makes for an unpleasant ride, but we'll get to that at some stage, I'm sure of it. This one. That's what we need. Excellent. We don't have a great deal of bales left around here, so we're probably just going to see if we can bring them in two at a time, really. Just reversing with them, and we can get them all stacked up nice and quickly. By the time I get a tractor and trailer out here and then get them all loaded on there and then moved, it's just not really worth it. So we'll stick this one up high. There it goes. Lovely stuff. It does feel like it's getting slowly warmer here this morning as well, which is great. We should be able to, if it stays like this. I haven't gone to check the moisture yet on the crop. We'll do that once we get these straw bales done. See how it's looking, so we'll have a wander over there. Should be pretty good actually, I'm thinking. We should be able to get ourselves going. If not by lunchtime, by probably mid-afternoon, I would think. That'll be early enough for us to get everything kind of finished up. So give us plenty of time. There we go. I've been hearing a lot of people say that Simulation for the Nation is going around visiting all of the farms he records series from, and I was curious because I hadn't heard anything about that. I'm heard from him for a while. But then, yeah, I got an email just yesterday suggesting that he wants to come out. And he's going over to Ireland soon. He's going to come back over and visit us here in Little GWENDDWR. So that's going to be rather interesting to see what happens there. Very much looking forward to see that and to finally meet him properly. And I think he's got a drone he wants to come out and do some special kind of photography work with. So we'll see how that one comes along for sure. We're going to take these two here. Excellent stuff. We're too close to that gate post. That's well only in badly if I start to rip out gate posts. Maybe me who has to repair them these days. Okay, so we're going to just keep rumbling through here. There's only a few more bales left to go. We'll get these all brought in and stacked up, and then we'll go and have a look at the moisture in the crops and see how we're looking there. So, see if we can get ourselves going anytime soon. So, I'll come back to you in a little bit when we can get ourselves rolling properly. Oh, okie dokie then. Looking good. So we'll just sling this back into the shed around here, I think, for now. Park this here. Okie dokie, so that's fine there. And so what we're going to do finally, like I said, we're just going to have a bit of a wander around the field here. Go walk through the stubble field, see how the standing crop's still looking. It should be nice and dry, but we'll figure that out. This is going to be ploughed over fairly soon. As soon as we can get the next door field done as well. Then we'll be in a position where we can probably think about getting that both ploughed over. It's going to go into winter barley, so we want to get that done sooner rather than later. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the main priority right now is while the sky is still blue, at least, is to get all this covered, get this taken off here. So the main problem we had was we had a lot of ground in the bottom corner there and around that far hedge side and up the bank. Just wasn't ready. So we need to see if that's going to be fit to cut soon. But it's not looking like a bad crop really. We'll bring out our little crop measure. What we do is here we grind up some grains and put it into the bottom of this machine, and then we'll get a moisture sensor from it really. Just see how it comes through. So it's down to in the region of what we're looking at 9%, which is fantastic actually. That has dropped dramatically in the middle there. We're going to get into this straight away, I think. And let's have a look at what we're looking like down the bottom here. This is the bit that starts to concern me. As you can see, I had to start and like pull away from the edge, it was just too wet. And all the way along here as well, I had to do the very same thing. So even if we have to leave this for a little bit longer, we will. See how it's coming through. Oh no, it's looking pretty good as well actually. So we should be good. It's not looking too bad along here, which is fantastic. We can get in and get the rest of this finished up. And then we can move on down to the wheat fields. You can just see through the hedge gap there actually, which would be fantastic to do also. Let's have a look up here. So I'm going to grind a bit of this up here. Put it into the bottom. Perfect, looking good as well. Super, well what we'll be able to do now then, we're going to get, we've got the trailer in here that we can fill up anyway. I have the keys to the combine, which is fantastic. I mean, when is it not good to have keys to a combine? They're actually hidden on the combine somewhere, so I'm just going to, I'm not sure where they are. I'm going to grab them. And we'll get ourselves going there. So you won't see much here. I'm just going to put the camera down so you can't see where I get the keys from. Alrighty then, and into the combine we go. So then, we're pretty much good to go here, I think. Let's just fire this up. Excellent stuff. We're going to give it a few minutes just to warm over here, and then we're going to get ourselves going. What I will do though is just slowly pull ourselves forward. There we go. Excellent. This old combine takes a little while to warm up, so we're not going to do anything with it too quickly. We will leave it here though. Thank you ever so much for watching. It's a bit of a short one, bit of a odds and ends as we wait for the crops to dry out and go. But we've got the all clear now by the looks of things, so we're going to get firing with it. And see how much we can do. For now though, all that's left for me to say is thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, and smash that like button for today's video as well. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.